All right, this is Mr. Sanders. Yeah. All right, I'm back. It's been a minute. My excuse, my computer broke. Yep, I fixed it though, and I bought a new one. So now I got two computers, which I don't need two computers, but I have two computers now. No more computer excuses. Today we're gonna talk about girls. Why? It's kind of a random topic for my channel, but why not, you know? Specifically, if you found this girl and you're obsessed with this girl and you think she's the one, you think you found the one, but she doesn't reciprocate your love that you have for her back for you, and it's almost to the point that you probably creeping her out, or you're pushing her away, or whatever you're trying to do ain't working, but you're still thinking in your head that this girl's the one and this girl's the one for you, and she just has to realize how great your life would be together if she just saw how much you loved her. Am I speaking from experience? Maybe. Have I simped a few times in my past? Maybe. Am I gonna admit it? Maybe. But we're gonna get into the video. First point. I feel like if you are obsessing over somebody, especially if you've known them less than maybe a year, or even 6 months, or even 3 months, and you're like, this is the one, you don't know that person yet, and you thinking that you found the one is really you trying to run from yourself and find happiness in somebody else because you're probably really unhappy with yourself. I feel like that's the only way you would fall head over heels over somebody that fast. And have I done that a few times? Maybe. And what do I mean by simping behavior? The most common, like over texting when they don't really respond like that and you just keep texting. Have I done that in the past? Maybe. You get too emotionally distraught if that person is not reciprocating any type of affection that you hoped for or you long for, because you have conjured up this mythical fantasy romantic relationship of how great it's going to be if you were just together, and her not seeing that causes you emotional distraught behavior. Have I done that? You know, all the simping behaviors that probably most of you've done at one point but won't admit, like I won't. I think all this comes from like unhealed trauma within, or maybe not call it trauma, maybe, yeah, unhealed trauma maybe. I think a lot of men walk around in a lot more pain than they think they are in, but they've gotten so used to just pushing it down or not dealing with it that they don't even know how much pain they're in. And a sign of that is when you go into extreme simping behavior. I feel like the more I've healed within, the less weird simping behavior traits I have. Have I got rid of them all the way? Probably not. I still do some cringe stuff from time to time. I'll admit it. Maybe. And what I mean by that is like, I mean, a lot of dudes has never had like one therapy session. A lot of dudes have never like wrote in a journal one time. A lot of dudes have never had a real talk about their emotions one time with anybody. And so all this stuff is just buried in, and it's never came to the conscious, like the front of your consciousness. So it's making you act in weird ways, I think. This came to my attention recently because I have like this entrepreneur group that I'm in on Discord, and we like meet monthly and we have these recaps of how things are going and whatnot. And one time the leader of the Discord brought a therapist on. We were going over our stuff, and for some reason the therapist kind of focused on what I was saying. He started asking me these tough questions that I never really spoke out loud. And so I was on this entrepreneur meeting with like 5, maybe 6 guys that I don't really know in real life, but they're kind of my friends over Discord. But I'm just starting to answer these questions that this therapist are asking me. And then I'm starting to cry while answering these questions. Then I'm starting to think about stuff I never really thought about while I'm crying in front of all these dudes. And I'm like, before that call, I was thinking in my head, like, I'm fine. Like, everything's good right now. Like, life is good. And then just a couple perfect questions just like sunk right deep and brung up some stuff I hadn't thought about. So I'm just on this Discord crying in front of a bunch of dudes. But I got some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And I felt better after that. I probably need more therapy, but I don't. The problem with that whole thing was I didn't know that I even had that much pain in me. So I'll probably be thinking I'm fine now, and I still don't know how much pain I might still have in me. And you just walk, I think a lot of men just walking around like, I'm fine. But you don't even know that you're kind of not right now. The pain that came out in my therapy session had a lot to do with the way my parents treated me, specifically my mother. It didn't feel like a very loving environment. And I think that hurt me all my life. And so I think I went out into the world searching for love from women, almost like in a begging, like, somebody just please show me love. And I would like, oh, if this girl just showed me love, I would feel whole, or I'll feel better. And I think that's where the sipping behavior came from, because I hadn't processed all the childhood trauma of feeling like I didn't get the love or I didn't get shown the love the way that I felt like I should have got shown. So I was walking out into the world in a lot of pain and doing this simping behavior stuff, not realizing I'm just too eager to like avoid my pain, and hopefully somebody else can like come and heal it. So yeah, example of one girl in particular, and for some reason maybe you do this too, you build like this fantasy of like her love is gonna make you feel this way, and you just know that it's gonna be so perfect, and then you just can't stop thinking of how great it's gonna be if you were just together, and then you try so hard to be together, and then you're weird now, so she pushes herself away because she's like, this guy is like weird, he like loves me and he barely even knows me. You're over here just trying to escape all your pain that you don't even know you have. For me, it seems like there's some girls that I would be like, this is the one. And it seems like as I process pain and I can look at them with like a clearer vision, not a vision where I'm like, here's this wall of pain, and then I see them and they look like relief from the pain. Well, now the pain is like lessened, and now I just see them for who they are. It takes all that magical, you just start to see him as like this is just a person, and it's not all that crazy. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. It's perfectly fine. Like, doesn't matter at all. Like, this person is not that super special. So now you see these girls with normal, clear vision, and now they're just normal persons. They're not that big of a deal. Now you can interact with them like a normal person because you're not in so much pain. So moral of the story, if this video is not that long and you made it this far, get help. Moral of the story, because I remember exactly what I was thinking when I was like, why am I so obsessed with this girl? Moral of the story is, the way you see somebody now, if you're like overly obsessed with them or something like that, I almost can guarantee that if you clear up some pain and some trauma and deal with some issues that you have later in life, you'll look at that same person and be like, this wasn't all that crazy. Like, I didn't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I hope this video makes sense. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna take a shower because I haven't. I just got done working out. It's probably a little too much information. But it's Mr. Sanders, yeah. Level up.